Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are watching from. This is ANOTO in China, and right now I'm in Villa Medellin here in Nyabuhanse village, and today I have a very, very special guest. You'll all love her, you know her, she's very famous. Ladies and gentlemen, I even lack words to introduce her. Let me refresh because I'm super excited for this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen, all the way from Argentina, the country that won the World Cup, the supermodel,
Thank you so much. Thank you for those words.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank
Yeah.
you. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah. First of all, thank you for allowing us to have a time with you. Yeah, I come from China, and you come from Argentina.
Yes.
So tell me, how is it you being here for the first time in Kenya, in Africa? Is it first time in Africa?
First time in Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
How is the experience so far?
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So far, I've only been here in the villa. So I don't know a lot about the continent yet, but I'm very looking forward to travel around.
Yeah. And how is the life here in Nyabuhanse? How is the village life here?
It's very nice, very chill, peaceful. Well, we were in the middle of a huge party, you know, but now that it's over, life here is very simple. It's very nice, so I really like it.
Yeah. How do you compare Africa and Argentina, especially Kenya and Argentina?
Yeah.
What's the comparison?
So I don't really compare because every place is unique. It's very different also. But I do feel that we have some similarities in terms of the soil being very, very fertile. The weather is very different. You know, in Argentina we have 4 seasons. And you can notice every single season in terms of the weather. And here is like summer all the year, and that's really nice. The culture also is very different. You know. Yeah.
And what you are saying actually is so. I experienced the same. In China, when I was living, it was just winter, and it was very, very cold.
Okay.
I've never experienced winter in China, but I experienced a few days, and it's very extreme. But I love the weather in Africa. I don't know if you love the weather here in Africa.
Yes, I love it because I'm a summer person.
I
love hot weather. I'd rather be, you know, in like this, you know, free, barefoot, with less clothes, rather than just covering myself with a lot of clothes. Also, it's a little bit. I love the sun, you know. The winter it can be hard, you know. You're not that happy, you know. So yeah, I love this weather here. Yes.
When I was arriving in China as a black person, first of all, the plane from Nairobi to Guangzhou, that was okay because most of the Chinese were used to seeing black. And then I took a second flight from Guangzhou to Kunming, so I had slept, and then there was some turbulence in the plane. So when I woke up, I found the Chinese were looking at me. The people at the back of the seat wanted to see me, and first of all, I felt so very weird at first. And then when I landed there, they wanted to record me, they wanted to take pictures, they wanted to touch my skin. But my friends told me most of the Chinese, because China is opening to the world, it's their first time they are seeing a foreigner or a black person. So at first I felt odd, but I got used to it. So tell me, what is the experience? Did you get any experience as a white person coming to Africa?
Yeah, for sure. People call me the Muzungu.
The Muzungu.
All the time, especially the kids. I can get, especially, you know, when we are in maybe we go to Nyabuhanse Center, Migori, or, you know, or maybe we just go dive in the village, you know, for adventures, and the villagers. I guess that sometimes, the other day we met a group of kids, they were picking up some sticks, some wood, you know, and it looks like they were never seen a white person before, so they wanted to touch my skin, they wanted to greet me with a hand, you know, so it's really nice. They're always like so impressive. Every time that I go out and we are around, I hear Muzungu, like they get very excited.
Do they also? That's the same experience I also got. Do they ask to touch your hair? Because you have very unique hair.
Yeah, well, now that I'm having more like an African breeds, you know, it's mostly my hands, you know, they want to touch my hands.
Okay.
That's why they.
Yeah. Are you used to such an experience, or is it the first time you're experiencing something?
No, it's actually the first time. Because I've been traveling, but I've like with same skin color, you know.
Okay.
This is the first time where I'm in a place where everybody has a different color, than my skin. Yeah.
And what is the biggest culture shock you have received while you're here?
So the village culture is quite different from what I'm used to in many different things. In terms of maybe marriage and kids and all of these things, you know, we behave very, very different. And so I guess those things in terms most especially because I'm Mara's partner. So they see us as a couple and they expect things, you know, to happen. And if we were in Argentina, he wouldn't be having any of these situations.
Oh, no, like visitors, no party.
Nobody. No. I mean, in terms of us being together, you know. If he was in Argentina, nobody would be pressuring him to do things. Oh, you should marry her. You should things like this, you know. And here I'm experiencing these things because it's very strong in the culture. So
speaking about culture, I follow you 2 days ago. You had posted about you had a blog, and kindly watch out at Roca
Cabrera Travels.
Roca Cabrera Travels.
Yeah.
Your content was about you are shocked that polygamy is real in Africa. What are you? I know you explained, or maybe you came to know about it. What do you think about that?
Well, it's very different. It's not something that I'm used to. That is not even allowed in my country.
Okay. So is it illegal?
It doesn't exist. It's not even that it's illegal. It can exist maybe in open, in relationship like boyfriend and girlfriends that without marriage, you know, without marriage in between. But this polygamy works as the woman can also be with other men, you know, and the man can be. It's like a free relationship, you know. But it doesn't exist. Polygamy in terms of law, you know, like you can marry more than one woman, more than one person. That doesn't exist in my culture. No, it's just monogamy relationship. You can only marry one person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have any effects here in Africa now that you've interacted with the people? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad?
I don't think that I'm someone to judge if it's good or bad. It's just something that it's not something that I would choose. That's for sure. Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I've been following also. First of all, as I told you before, when I saw your music on YouTube and on some social media spaces. But then I didn't know you were Marwa's girlfriend. And you are a musician first. But right now you do a cocktail of things. Which one do you like to do most?
So I like everything because I feel like I'm multi-talent, you know. I love to do many different things, and I also feel like they are very connected. Like also, I always knew that my music career can be very connected to my travel life, and so I really do. And now that I'm blogging more my life, you know, because I wasn't used to do that. My content was more music. Specifically, and now I'm maybe more vlogging my life and showing who I am, you know, as a person. I'm having a lot of fun, to be honest. I'm really enjoying.
So which one will you prefer? Will you prefer music? Will you prefer podcast? Will you prefer vlogging? From now moving forward.
I will stick to all of it. It's not that I will quit something and I will stop doing something. No, because that's part of me. It's my life. It's what I want to do in life. So it's not that I'm quitting something. I would just stick. Maybe I'm a little bit paused with my podcast, but I do want to put more energy on it, and I'm very soon to start launching. My podcast is in Spanish right now.
Oh, not in English?
No, but I'm very soon to start posting in English, English episode. It was my idea before, you know, but it took me a while to create my podcast, organize it, everything, you know, create every episode also. But yes, I'm very soon to launch the English episodes, and yes, I will stick to all of it, you know. Of course, I divide my energy. Sometimes I want to do more of something. Sometimes I want to do more of something else. In this moment, maybe majority of my energy is in blogging and traveling, and I'm taking a break from music in terms of singing. Because I was singing almost every day in Mexico, and also I needed a break, you know. So for now, I'm more into blogging and traveling, because I wanted also to reactivate my traveler life, because I was living in the same place for 2 years. And I wanted to go out and start moving again. So I will be doing that.
You know, so many people are inspired by you, by your stories. So I think the podcast, I would love to watch your podcast, but the news, or maybe does it have subtitles?
So no, so my Spanish episode, I have them just in Spanish. It's actually, the podcast is just an audio, you know. So you can find it on Spotify. And YouTube with Marroco Abrera Travels, that's where you find the podcast. But the English episode will be only podcast, so it's just audio on Spotify, but I will do video podcast on YouTube. So if you're driving and you wanna just hear, you go to Spotify, or if you're in the phone or the TV and you wanna also watch me while I'm speaking, you can go to Roca Abrera Travels, and the podcast new episode is coming very soon. My podcast name is The Sound of My Voice.
The Sound of My Voice.
Exactly, yes.
Awesome.
And I talk a lot about different topics, personal stories, you know, my different stories. I also I have guests sometimes, you know, we talk about different topics, like my last episode, it was in Spanish, but it was amazing with a friend from Mexico. We were talking about finances and the energy of money. I always try to bring the idea of the power of the voice. You know, I have an episode which is called The Power of Words, because words are very, very powerful. So sometimes we're not even aware, you know, of what we are saying. When we say something, we are just creating magic with our words, you know. You can bless someone, or you can just send them to not nice places, you know.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I incentivize through my podcast the idea of also being more connected to our voice, to speak our truth. There's a lot of people that maybe is very shy, you know, to express their emotions, things like this. Meditation, guided meditations also, and many ideas that I will be bringing step by step.
I'm looking forward to see that. Now that you are in Africa, in Villa Medellin, because the pronunciation of L is J in
So
Spanish.
Me as an Argentinian, I will pronounce Villa Medellin.
Villa
Medellin.
V for B. Villa.
Villa, Villa, well, if Argentinian, I would say Villa Medellin.
Villa Medellin. What? It's a tongue twister. Villa Medellin.
But for now, Villa Medellin is more than okay. Okay. Double L can sound like a sh, you know.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay. So, will you come back here again? What's your plan now that you're here? Do you want to be here full time to relocate to Africa, or you want to visit both homes once in a while?
So Argentina is not my home anymore. You know, I left Argentina 3 years ago, and I just go to visit my family once in a while. But I don't see myself living in Argentina long term. Like I said goodbye to Argentina 3 years ago.
Okay. So you will relocate to Africa fully and travel the world?
Yeah, probably yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you apply for dual citizenship? Because here in Kenya we can give you the chance to apply for dual citizenship. Do you want to be a Kenyan citizen?
I'm not even thinking about it yet. You know, I guess I just arrived. You know, and maybe that's something that maybe I want to do in the future. I don't know, because also from January we have free visas.
Sure.
So that's also very helpful. In terms if I want residents, Kenyan residents. I will see if it's really like something that I need. For sure, I will. But those things maybe are more like I tend to do them when I really need it.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
For now, my Argentinian passport is really, really good, and it helps me. I love being an Argentinian.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah.
The Argentinian passport gives you access to so many countries.
So actually, it's very powerful. Actually, it's very powerful. I think I have access to like 120 countries.
What?
Yes.
So that's more than enough.
Yes.
More than enough.
Yes. So it's good. It's good. It's good.
Is there that one place in Kenya you'd like to visit?
In Kenya, well, I don't know. In Kenya, but in Africa, in general, for sure, Egypt is one of my dreams. And I do want to go to Madagascar because I dream about getting to know the baobab trees. Also, well, I want to go to Mombasa here in Kenya. I want to go to Mombasa, you know, to the beach areas. I love the beach, so I would like to see that. And I would love to do safari.
Safari.
Also. Yeah, probably. I don't know if that happens maybe here in Kenya or maybe in Tanzania. It depends where the animals are, you know.
I think maybe if you get the wild beast migration, will be the best experience.
Yeah, I heard that is like around August.
Yeah,
right?
August.
Okay.
Now, I don't know, maybe if you will go just to Masai Mara because it's around this place to experience that safari.
Yes.
Because most of people from your country, they come to our country for the Masai Mara.
For the Masai.
Yeah, it's very, very famous.
Yes, I know.
And would you wish to come to China someday?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I don't have a no for any place, you know.
Yeah.
Every place I would like to go. Yeah.
Every place.
Yes.
It's my first time going to China, and I'm loving it. Right. They have a very pristine culture, and in terms of logging, China is unexplored.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you come to China, it will be amazing.
All right.
Yeah, and I would like to meet you in China.
All right. Yeah, Marwa hasn't been in China neither, so.
And the last time he came to China, it was a bad experience. Yeah, because he ended up being deported.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened then.
Yeah.
He just arrived in Hong Kong and he was deported back.
Okay. Yes.
Maybe next time things will be better.
Yeah.
Because I know the Chinese are a bit sensitive.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, but we sorry that happened. But in future, I'm sure he'll come to amazing places. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What do you say to my fans?
Yeah. All right. Everybody, it was a pleasure to meet you. You can follow my journey also in Roca Cabrera Travels or Roca Cabrera Music. That's where you can hear me singing. Thank you for hosting me on your channel. It was a pleasure, and I hope to see you soon.
Okay, before you go, can you say this is ANOTO in China?
This is ANOTO in China, in Kenya, in
Yay! Now let me tell you how to say it in Chinese. And then we'll say it in Spanish.
Okay.
So in Chinese is Jagashi ANOTO Zai Jongo.
Oh, that was not.
Okay, we say it slowly. Say
Jagashi
ANOTO Zai Jongo. Yeah, so that means this is ANOTO in China.
Okay.
How about in Spanish?
Esto es ANOTO en China.
Esto es ANOTO in China. Awesome, very amazing. Thank you so much for featuring on my vlog. I really appreciate it. It was nice having you. Merry Christmas, all the best in your relationship with Marwa as we explore the world through your channel and also through my channel. I appreciate this. I don't take it for granted. You are the best guest I've received so far on my channel. You are very lovely. Okay, kudos. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe we get somebody to take us a thumbnail.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.